Hey, how's it going, friends? I'm Darkoburi, the collector. And for this week's special, we have this mysterious box from Banpresto. Like I mentioned, for this week's video we're going to have this special box. One where we have no idea what's inside from Banpresto. I bought this one on the Bandai website. Remember, the official Bandai website only ships to the United States. I have my account over there and I ship everything to a PO box I have in McAllen. So I ordered this special box from Banpresto. If you keep up with all the figures that come out on Bandai, you probably already know which one it is. But we're not going to spoil the surprise just yet. Let's check it out. The first thing I'll tell you is, I ordered the box, and as you can see, it arrives like this. Since it's literally a box that can be opened, they shipped it to me just like this. Let's just say, failed to see how they packaged my box. I'm showing it to you exactly as it is before opening it, so you know how it's going to arrive. This is exactly how it arrived, and I'm not going to spoil the surprise yet, because up here is where it says the contents. But basically, they just put the shipping label on my box. In this case, FedEx, since in the United States Bandai often uses FedEx. It arrived in perfect condition. As you can see, there are no dents. But they also put the shipping label right here, directly on the box. If you're one of those collectors who likes to keep all the boxes, that's another downside. I'm going to open it and take everything out, so the outer box doesn't matter much to me. What matters to me is what's inside. Stick around, because we're going to take out all the items that are inside here, and they're a surprise from an anime I highly recommend. It's more or less new, but it's something you really have to watch, like 100%. To check out the mega content inside this box, now I'm going to give you a little spoiler about what you'll find here. Let's take a closer look. If you notice, the note that stands out the most to me is that the outer box is only meant to store the contents. If the box arrives damaged, they won't replace it for you. That's something you can see in the instructions down here. That's it. Here we're going to see the contents, but now we're going to see them directly when we open the box. As you can see, the Banpresto box opens once we've cut the tape, and the anime we're getting is That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Honestly, it's a really awesome series. Honestly, the name isn't very creative, but you have to watch it. It's about a slime that was reborn. Basically, there was a guy who died and somehow ended up being reincarnated as a slime. If you want spoilers, stick around. Since I really like it, I think I'm going to spoil the whole first season, the second season, and then the third season. So be careful with the spoilers, but let's take the contents out of the box. If you look, the card tells us everything that's inside, and I had already shown off a Rimuru Tempest figure to you guys. I'll bring it over here in a bit after I finish the unboxing. Let's take out our first item. It's this soft plush of the slime. If you notice, it's super soft and the colors, as you can see, are a pretty light blue. Here we have Rimuru Tempest sleeping, calm, just lying there, and it's one of the items listed here. As you can see, it's the plushie, the plushie, now in Spanish, of Rimuru Tempest. I'll let you take a closer look at it, because honestly, it's a beauty. Look. An absolute gem. The second item, as you can see, is the mug, and here you can see the name of the cartoon. Let's just call it Rimuru Tempest from now on, so we don't have to say the whole long name of the series. Over here, I'm going to show you the mug. This, as you can see, is just a regular mug, a little rounder and smaller, shaped like Rimuru Tempest in his slime form. There's nothing on the side, and obviously on the bottom we have the brand markings. So here's this mug, which is just awesome for having a coffee or a nice tea, right there with Rimuru Tempest. Here we have this little keychain. Let's take it out of its bag, which is really well sealed. We have this little keychain, a charm. If you look, on the back it just has the brand, and it's Rimuru Tempest. His story is that he was a man, a guy who worked a lot. He gets stabbed to death, and is reborn in another world. But when he realizes it, he was reborn like this. He was a slime. In video games, the slime is basically the most basic monster there is, and it gives you the least amount of experience. And he was reborn like that, and he says, "Whoa, what am I?" He sees his reflection in the water and says, "Oh, I'm a slime." But instead of getting sad or anything, he spends his time absorbing plants, absorbing this and that, and ends up absorbing a huge dragon named Veldora. From there, he started to realize that by absorbing the monsters, he would absorb their powers. So, Rimuru Tempest, being just a slime, became the leader of an entire nation of monsters, and this is the human form he takes. Here we see him. He has blue hair, is of medium height. Let's say he's young, around 14 or 15 years old. And over here on this side we have his slime form, which is very well hidden, the not normal and natural form of Rimuru Tempest. Before moving on to the next item, here from our Banpresto box, if you notice, it's box number 006. That's something I hadn't told you yet. And the second thing is, if you're a fan of this anime series, check out the outfit Rimuru Tempest is wearing. As we continue with the unboxing, there's an exclusive figure that comes with this box. And by the way, in another video I already showed you what Rimuru Tempest looked like, but this black outfit, if you remember which episode it appeared in, let me know in the comments. Honestly, I don't really remember very well. He's had quite a few outfit changes. Most of the time we see him in a loose white t-shirt, just chilling, and sometimes we see him with his scarf, his blue outfit. But other than that, I haven't seen him in this black outfit, which I thought was a super cool detail. I hope we get to see him wear it more often in the series because it's awesome. And now let's take out the next item. Even though the tag was wrong, everything is in excellent condition. The box says it's not for collecting, and if you look, this is the next item. It's, let's say, another keychain, but with this plush. It's pretty cute. If you look, we see a Rimuru Tempest that's not the usual color. I also haven't seen him in this color in the series. He's always shown in that nice blue, and here he's blushing. Let's also remember in the series that as he gained power, like I said, he absorbs the monster and keeps its power. Then he runs into some wild beasts. Let's call them that. He encounters some enemies and starts giving them names, like, for example, the ogres. He starts giving names to all of them, and the beast or monster evolves. So, when he gives them a name, he loses energy at that moment and has to rest, but the beasts that start following him turn into unimaginable creatures. The enemies we have here in that time I got reincarnated as a slime are awesome. The story is built in an exceptional way, and right now, as things stand, we have slime diaries and a bunch of other things that are just filler, which I don't like. We're waiting here for the new episode to come out. So check it out. I won't give you spoilers for that one, but I will give you a few more little spoilers. Here I'll leave you the plushie so you can see it. Our blushing Rimuru Tempest, right here from that time I got reincarnated as a slime. The next item, if you paid attention to the box, we have this Rimuru Tempest here, now with a keychain, maybe for your backpack, but it looks sick. Here it has its little eyes packed to help bring the fever down a bit. Same with the eyes, it looks like it's sleeping, calm, like it's already sick and tired. And here we see this reflection, which shows that it's kind of feeling down. It doesn't mean that all reflections mean that, but given this part here, that's how we're going to interpret it. And for this video, the cherry on top is what I saved for the end. Obviously, if you saw the card, you noticed it. It's this exclusive color figure from Banpresto for Bandai. It's the figure, and there's a line with Banpresto called the XQ. These are more exclusive figures, more detailed, with better color, and here you can see the name, and if you look here, it says Special Color Version. It's the special color edition of Rimuru Tempest. Now that we have the figure out and fully assembled, it came with the base, the torso part, well, the legs, the torso, the head, and what would be the scarf. It also comes with this special item, which is the sword, but let's go ahead and analyze Rimuru Tempest. Like I said, he's male, but when he transforms, it seems like he can have some features that are both feminine and masculine, because he was there looking at a woman, but he didn't spend much time with her. She was sick, she was already dying, and he absorbs her, and she tells him, "Continue what I was trying to do." That's why he has some features that look feminine. Remember that the slime doesn't have a gender, so sometimes they give it more masculine features, sometimes a bit more feminine, but its body is completely flat. For example, when it appears without a shirt, it's totally flat, no problem at all. Let's take a look at Rimuru's eyes. If you notice, they're a golden color, kind of yellow, really interesting. And we have the hair and all the other parts, like the eyebrows, in blue. That's the color he takes on, and honestly, it's impressive. They kept the same features, the same color as the original, they didn't change anything. Where the changes start is in the outfit. If you look, here he's wearing a coat, so to speak, completely black, including the details here on the cuffs that stick out. If you notice, it's like it has some kind of fuzzy lining for the cold, and here's the whole coat, and he always wears a scarf. He puts on a scarf, and if you notice, the scarf hangs all the way down the back. The wings that you can see here, so we can look at them in more detail, are bat wings. It's one of the monsters he absorbed, one of the creatures he absorbed, and he can generate the wings to be able to fly. On several occasions throughout the series, we see these bat wings so he can float. This is supposed to be the slime part. This is the part, or the original version of Rimuru. Here, in the exclusive Banpresto color edition, they made Rimuru Tempest in a golden color. Honestly, I think the detail is awesome. Here, let's say he's starting the battle, transforming from being the slime to, now, his battle version. And here, if you look, he's holding a sword, also a pretty long sword. With this attachment here where you grip the handle, it has golden accents and this blue charm hanging from it stands out. The inner shirt and pants are still just a completely flat black, but we're going to have to do a close-up so you can see in detail all the tiny, micrometric details on the coat. I'll leave you here to see Rimuru Tempest on the Darkoburi channel. Since you admired the Rimuru Tempest figure in its exclusive Banpresto color edition, which is truly impressive, let's do a little magic and make our Rimuru Tempest become the real Rimuru Tempest. Get out of there! And voila, if you notice, here is our slime in its original version. I think in one of the earlier videos I showed off this Banpresto figure, and now I have the chance to show you the difference between the first one, obviously, and the second. Here in the collector's edition, we're going to notice a small difference, first in the hair color. If you look closely, this Rimuru Tempest figure has a very intense blue, and here you can see a slightly lighter reflection. If you look, it appears a bit shinier, a little whiter, so to speak. And from there, let's look at the facial features. If you notice, it's the same figure, the same eye color, the blue eyebrows are still there and everything. And what we're obviously going to see is the change in the accessory, in the clothing. The original bat wings were this color, let's say a bit more blue-purple. It's somewhere between those two shades. I'm an octochromatic person, so let me know in the comments what color you see so we can settle this once and for all. From there, if you look, first the scarf. The original scarf is this color. If you look, it also sticks out to the back on both figures, but it was this color. Here, they made the figure completely black, which honestly looks super cool in black. I liked it better. And here, notice how the clothing is now a bit more blue. The inner shirt here, if you look, is the one I mentioned. He usually comes with a loose, white inner shirt. Here, they left it completely black. And the pants, check this out. That's the traditional black color he wears. Black pants, loose shirt. But when he gets a bit more serious, he starts showing more and more powers. And that's when someone makes him mad and things end badly for whoever made him angry. And here, let's take a look at the description of how he's transforming from a slime into this person, Rimuru Tempest. So I'll leave you to take a close look at both of them together, and of course, let me know which one you liked more. We've reached the end of this mega unboxing, thanks to the mystery box from Banpresto and Bandai. I fought pretty hard for it, and I did manage to get the pre-order. Obviously, it arrives about 6 months after your purchase, so it's definitely an item that's worth it. But you tell me, which one of all of them did you like the most, and also, which figure did you prefer, the original or the new one with Banpresto's special edition colors? Personally, I also choose Banpresto's special edition. It doesn't usually appear like this in the series, but anyway, it's up to you to let us know in the comments what you thought. And if you liked this video, leave a comment, and if you didn't like it, let us know too. Also, tell us what other unboxings you'd like us to do. I've been wanting to do something from that time I got reincarnated as a slime for quite a while now. And remember, we're on all social media platforms. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok, we're on Medium. Check out each and every one of our social media platforms. Remember to give us a like, give us a heart. Share it, turn on the notification bell, subscribe, share it with all your friends, tag them so they can see these amazing unboxings. And also remember to check out the Darkoburi store on their website at darkoburi.net, where you can find exclusive figures like the one I just showed you. You can also find mugs, keychains, and my new book with some tips, whether you're just starting to collect or you already collect figures. What for? So you can expand your collection even more, and you know, Darkoburi. Peace out.